So you folks really lucked out. I mean, I had like a 40-minute graduation speech planned. It would have put you and your families into a deep, deep sleep. Now, I've been instructed to limit my comments to 10 minutes from this virtual podium. Probably not a bad thing. Forces me to focus on the important stuff. As I see it, that important stuff falls into four main categories. Congrats, doors that are now open to you, the duty you have created for yourselves, whether you know it or not, and of course, gratuitous, unsolicited advice. Congrats. First and foremost, I offer you all my most warm and sincere congratulations. You did it. You all made big sacrifices to get where you are, familial, financial, commitment of time and energy you could have spent on other pleasurable pursuits, but you stuck with it. You persevered, you made it. Please take a few seconds, at least, to reflect on the enormity of that and celebrate it. There were times, no doubt, when you wondered whether you would make it, but here you are. You did make it. Chapeau bas. I tip my non-existent hat to you. Now, I don't know you individually, but collectively, along with your families and friends who do know you, I'm very, very proud of you. In a word, kudos. This is a truly important life milestone for you. Bask in it. Own it. This is your moment. Give yourselves a collective pat on the back. And at the same time, give due recognition and thanks to those family, friends, and esteemed educators at the Jackson School and earlier in your life who supported you throughout this journey, without whom you would not have made it to this point. Let's be honest. They join in your celebration and are deserving of their own thanks and their own congratulations. Doors that this degree opens for you. By achieving this degree from the fine institutions that are the Jackson School and the University of Washington, you've opened an endless array of doors. Up to you now to choose carefully through which of those doors you will pass over coming years. Without this degree, many of those options would have remained out of reach, and many of those doors would have remained closed. You know, in the time of my grandfather, if one wanted to not have one's life choices limited, it was important to make it through at least grade school, which he did. The time of my parents, at least high school, which they both did, and eventually beyond. In the year 2020, you needed to get the degree that you got to keep your doors open. Bravo. Well done. And you chose well. You didn't go to just any school, you went to the Jackson School, recognized both nationally and internationally as a leader in advancing the understanding of and engagement in world issues. Founded in 1909, the Jackson School is one of the oldest and largest schools in the country to offer both undergraduate and graduate degrees in international and area studies. The Jackson School is widely recognized as dedicated to teaching and research which impact nations, communities, educators, and individuals like yourselves. I also chose the Jackson School many years earlier, and it opened the professional doors for me that I wanted and needed it to. It led directly to the career that I had hoped for. With a bit of further perseverance on your parts, the Jackson School will deliver the same for you. Duty that this degree creates for you. With the immense, endless really, opportunity afforded you by the success of your hard work and the fine reputation of your now alma mater, the Jackson School, you have a seriously weighty additional duty. Weighty for you personally and those you hold dear. Weighty also for humankind and this unparalleled time that we're living through. You need to reflect and very carefully chart the path that leads from your chosen door. A path that you will find intellectually challenging and will lead to professional satisfaction. A path that will help pay the rent or the mortgage, put groceries on the table, and support the next generation of your family to achieve their own high-quality education. A path that will help clean up some of the messes my generation has either created or failed to clean up, or both. And I'm sorry about that. And a path that will leave this world a better place for your having passed through it. Other than family and friends, really, what is more important than that? Leaving the world a better place for your having passed through it. Think seriously about that. To quote the inimitable Prince, may he rest in peace, dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Yes, but please, please, please don't just passively get through life. You've earned the degree and acquired the intellectual skills to wield it. Wield your life to have a positive impact. Any less, and you're being irresponsible, quite frankly. Any less, and you are failing to fully capitalize on your world-class education. Allow me to channel your parents. You want to maximize the returns on your investments. Further gratuitous, unsolicited advice. Hone your linguistic skills. Education doesn't stop here. English is not the only language on the planet, especially if you don't have the good fortune of having been raised in a dual language home. Make sure that well before you are of my advanced age, you speak at least one additional language fluently, if not several, and perfect and maintain those language skills as you get older. Nothing else will be more important to success in your chosen international career, now that you have the skills and credibility given by the Jackson School. Little did I know in advance the professional credibility and access that my language skills would provide me in spades. Always live your conviction. No one else is going to live it for you. If you hold a sincere conviction in the most unencumbered sense of that construct, you are probably right rather than wrong, and you will probably stand on the right side of history. Those with whom you have divergent opinion, and if you're doing things right, investing your professional energies to create change for the better, you will encounter folks protective of the status quo with whom you disagree. In many instances, they will be motivated by something other than sincere conviction. You hold out, leaning on the constancy of your conviction, whilst they eventually lose focus and get distracted by some shiny new issue or preoccupation. Result, you win. And in life, you want to win. Always keep this in mind as well as you strive to live in accordance with your conviction. Good will eventually triumph over evil. Always does in the end. Continue or start on your journey of conviction now. Not tomorrow, today. Conviction early in life is the most unfettered. Invest in the long haul. Don't overemphasize it, but show a bit of humility, acknowledging that neither you alone nor even your generation will craft complete and utter victory in pursuit of your convictions. You work on the shoulders of those who came before, and you are gaining ground for those who will follow. Professor, Chair, and Director Casaba, I can't let you all go without giving a shout out to your inimitable professor and Stanley Golub Chair and Director of the Jackson School of International Studies, Dr. Rajat Casaba. I was a student of Dr. Casaba's during one of his first years at the Jackson School, and as I recall, with some degree of embarrassment, I tested virtually everything he said. I've always been inherently suspicious of authority, but he put up with me, and through the years we've remained good friends. He's been great to the Jackson School, helped put it on a more solid footing, and give it a brighter future than ever before. So many thanks and enormous congrats, my friend Rajat. I am very much looking forward to learning of the future good work that you'll do and the further contributions that you'll make to the Jackson School after stepping down as director. And you, justifiably proud graduates, I am very much looking forward to learning of the future good work that you'll do and the many and diverse contributions that you'll make to this world, for which I thank you profoundly and sincerely in advance. So, over and out. Now please get busy and go make some positive change.